Hey everybody, Corey Stewart here in the great Commonwealth of Virginia. Now, we've talked a lot about, the elections that are coming up and the importance of not supporting rhinos, not supporting the establishment, not supporting Republicans who call themselves Republicans, but in fact, they go right along with the woke mob. They go right along with all the leftists and the horrible things that they say about our great president of the United States, Donald Trump. And now today I want to say something positive, okay? And I want to say something very positive about somebody who I'm going to be endorsing for lieutenant governor. Now, I respect all of you, and I respect your decision, whatever you choose to whoever you support this year for governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, and all of the state delegate races around the Commonwealth of Virginia. As long as it's a Republican, I respect that. Okay, but I do think that at times it is, to the extent that you're interested, I think it might be important to actually say something very, very positive about a particular candidate who I believe has at least earned my vote, and let me tell you why. And that person is for the lieutenant governor of Virginia. Now, we've got a convention coming up on May the 8th. There are going to be 36 or 37 voting locations around the Commonwealth, so it's going to be very easy to cast your vote. There's going to be a voting station very nearby where you live, as long as you're in the Commonwealth of Virginia, obviously. So, they changed the rules to make it more convenient. And I respect what the State Central Committee has done. If you're interested in voting in the Republican convention here in the Commonwealth of Virginia, then you need to pre-register as a delegate. So you can't just show up and vote. You got to register as a delegate. Now, the RPV has gotten its act together, and there is an easy clearinghouse now to find out where those deadlines are and to get the delegate form that you have to complete and when you need to complete it by and submit it. And that is, you go to rpv.org, R as in Republican, P as in Party, and V as in Virginia, rpv.org. And you go on to the 2021 elections or something like that, convention, whatever. And there's a link right there for the form. There's instructions, where to submit it, all that stuff, okay? That's where you should go. As soon as you're done watching this, please go there. It's all an online process. Fill out the form, find out where you're supposed to submit it, and get it submitted before the deadline. Like I said, one of those deadlines is coming up tomorrow. That's either a Newport News or it's in Hampton, Virginia. The deadlines for the other localities are coming up a little bit later on this spring. But anyway, go ahead and do that, all right? Your voice needs to be heard. And it's very important that we support Trump-supporting candidates to make sure that the rhinos and the establishment doesn't try to take back, they're trying, take back our party. Now, I want to talk about a guy who I have a tremendous amount of respect for in the lieutenant governor's race, and that is Tim Hugo. Tim Hugo, who was a delegate, and in a very rough area, by the way, up here in Northern Virginia. He started off as a delegate in Fairfax County. I mean, it's not easy to serve as a Republican in Fairfax County, let alone a Trump-supporting conservative Republican like Tim. And he served for many years in the General Assembly. And when I needed something, when I was the head of the Board of Supervisors here in Prince William County, if I needed something, he was Johnny on the spot. He got the job done, and he was willing to fight. So I just want to let you know that is who I'm endorsing for lieutenant governor for the Republican nomination here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Now, there's a couple other candidates in there who I like. And I wouldn't be totally distraught if they got nominated. There's one in there who's really awful, and I'm not going to talk about that person right now. But I'll just say this: is that there's one so-called Republican who has not acted like one, because there's one sin in politics. Okay, one sin in politics: you can never work for the other side. Okay, you can't work for the other side. If you do, and you make a legitimate transition over the course of years and say, look, I used to be a Democrat, but gosh, they've gone so wacky and now I'm a Republican, that's one thing. But if just a couple of years ago you were actively trying to stop the Republican nominee after they got the nomination before the election, that's a different thing. And I'm going to be talking about that person, I think, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. That's that. Now, for those of you who are praying people, I ask of you to pray for Alice Butler Short. Alice is the head of Virginia Women for Trump. I worked with her a lot in 2016, actually way back in 2015, and when I was chairing the Trump campaign here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Alice and I went all around the state, and she is a dynamo, and she did this, with no compensation. She worked her tail off. She didn't always get the most credit for it, but she deserved it. And I just want to let you know she's kind of sick right now. So if you could make a prayer for her, I would greatly appreciate it. It's Alice Butler Short. She's up in Fairfax County, and she's very, very ill in the hospital today. So I just want to ask for that, okay? Okay, folks, you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. I'll be talking to you more about the other candidates and the other races as they go along. And remember, don't vote for Pete Snyder. Just whatever you do, he is very short on the truth. Let's just put it that way. A lot of his comments are very misleading, and you've really got to look behind what he says and what the actual facts are, okay? So, but I don't want to end on a negative note. Go out there, sign up as a delegate, support Tim Hugo on May the 8th, which is a convention day. But before you can do that, you have to sign up as a delegate. Go to rpv.org and hit the 2021 nomination process, or the button there, and it'll give you the form. You fill out the form, and it'll give you the instructions about where to submit it. Okay, everybody, I'll talk to you soon.